Hi, I'm Wendy, and if you're anything like me, every Christmas I am trying to figure out what my friends want for gifts that I can afford. And so this year I've come up with 22 ideas that I'd like to share with you, and most of them are very inexpensive and they're kind of unique. So let's get started. Okay, so every year we come up with, well, I don't know what they want, so you get them a gift certificate to a restaurant or to a store or a shopping mall. Well, these are really inexpensive and they are great ideas, okay? Number one is I go to Christmas markets and I often pick up little ornaments, tree ornaments for Christmas. And I try to get something that I think my friends will like. Starting at about $10, $10 to $20, you can pick up a bunch of these. Sometimes they're made by hand by somebody local and they look so lovely. And your friends have always got room for one more ornament on the tree. So that's number one. Next one. Purse holders. Okay, I get them, I lose them, give them to other people, and then I'm out of them. And I really like to have a purse holder so my purse isn't sitting on the floor. So I've seen some really nice ones out there that you can also get them made at a market, and they start at about $15. So that's a good idea. Number three, a personal safety alarm, and I've seen them with strobe lights. I think they're a great idea. You know, if you're attaching things to your key ring, well, there's something to add, and I think it's probably a really good idea. So I think they start about $10. Good idea. Next one, while you're putting things on your keychain, how about if your friend has trouble reading the menu and hasn't bought herself a magnifying glass yet? Well, you can get them so that they're small and they fit on your keychain. So when you're in the restaurant, she'll be able to use it. Okay, they start, I think, about $10. A gift certificate to a nail salon. You get manicure, pedicure. They start at about, $20, $30 and up. I certainly would like that. Here's the next one, a gardener, kneeler, and seat. Now, I saw this online for $50. And if you just want the kneeler, I'm sure you can probably get it for less. They're just knee pads. So when you're kneeling down doing your gardening, you've got something to soften the blow on your knees at our age. Number 7. Okay, this is cool. This is shower steamers. And they're basically aromatherapy for people like me who take showers. They cost under $20 to start. You put them on the floor in the shower, and when the water hits them, I guess you get nice aroma. You can get mint, eucalyptus, other things, mint, lavender, rosemary, very nice. So just don't slip on it. Well, hope your friend doesn't slip on it, and enjoy the fragrance. Okay, I have 3 for travelers. When I travel, I travel a lot, and I've always had lots of different pillows and for my neck on the airplane, and I find none of them really work. But I did find one I like because it's so convenient, and that's the one you blow up. You know, you can put it in your purse when you're not using it, and then when you are, you just blow it up, put it on your neck, and there you go. So it fits right in your purse or your carry-on, and I find that, you know, some of them are very nice and soft and everything, but they're hot. And if you're perimenopausal or something, you don't need more heat around your neck. So I like them. They're light, and I didn't find that they get very hot. So that's an idea. Here's another traveler one. This portable neck fans, and I've just seen these, and they blow air on your face and your neck to keep you cool. And when I was in South Africa and I was doing a tour, and I went to Zimbabwe and where else did I go? Zambia. I would wet a scarf and put it around my neck to keep me cool because you get so hot. And so now you can get neck fans. That might help. So you wear this around your neck, or your friend does if you're in a tropical place. And I think it's a great gift idea. And they start at $20. And the last one for travel is packing cubes. I bought myself some when I was a travel agent because I was on the road so much. And I really like them because they organize your suitcase. You know, everything is in its own little place, and you can, it's very fast to pack and unpack. So packing cubes and compression bags, and they are inexpensive, and they start about $10 and up. Okay, so let's see. Those of us who have good knees, which I don't, but if you do, or excuse me, if you have a friend who does and they play pickleball, I've seen some absolutely fabulous pickleball rackets. And very stylish, some of them are very bright and colorful. And yeah, those would be really cool, you know. Everybody's getting into pickleball these days, so that's something. And I've seen that they start at under $50, so that might be something you want to look into to get for a friend. And then we have those friends who you go for lunch with, you go out with, and they say, oh, I'm always cold, feel my hand. And you say, no, I don't want to feel your hand. No, feel my hand, touch my hand, it's really cold. No, please. And then they put it on you anyway. And yes, your hands are very cold. So how about getting them hand warmers? And you can get electronic ones, or you can just get the disposable ones, reusable ones. And they start at under $10. They start around $10. And maybe then they'll stop wanting to touch you to show you how cold their hands are. Anyway, that was number 12. Number 13, fancy coffees and teas, little sampler packages. And I think they are really nice. You know, you might find a coffee that you really enjoy, or a particular tea brand that you've never tried before, or flavor. And so they come in little nice little boxes, and I know they're not that expensive. Another one, let's see, oh, did I do this one yet? No, okay. How about a subscription to a magazine? Okay, I know a lot of people are not reading that many magazines these days, but like for myself, I love looking through magazines for ideas on interior decorating or gardens, things like that. So I've got friends who golf that would love Golf Digest, Home and Garden, Travel and Leisure if you're into travel, Architectural Digest, Cosmo. Lots of good magazines out there. So, you know, Home and Garden, things, one like that would be very nice for people who are decorating and trying to, they've downsized and they need new ideas. So that might be something they would really enjoy. I picked up a hanging car freshener at a market. And the lady who made them, she was local. She put some potpourri in them, and then she poured an oil over them, and she sold them for a very reasonable price. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I put it in my car. I bought a couple for some friends because I thought it was inexpensive, and everybody likes to have a fragrance in their car, aside from those stinky ones that you can get at the gas station. But you know, I found the ones she made were very nice. So, and I like the flavor. I like the scent. Next one, it's getting a little more expensive here. So how about a throw for a couch? And if you're buying one for somebody, you can get it in a neutral color, but I know that they sell all different kinds. I've seen them at IKEA for I think $20, $30, and you can get even nicer ones somewhere else. So that would be nice. Everybody likes to sit with a little blanket over them on the couch. So there's an idea for you. Okay, now here's something else I think you might like. Food. Okay, we all know how expensive food is nowadays. So like for my husband and myself, I said to him, you know, we really don't need anything. So why don't we buy ourselves some prime rib roasts? You know, very expensive. So when Safeway had them on sale, I bought a few and put them in the freezer. And now we'll have them, we had one the other day, and we'll have another one for New Year's Eve, because food is, you know, spending a couple $100 on prime rib roast is a wonderful gift. Okay, so that's something. What else? Oh, how about a gift certificate for travel, an airline? or a hotel or something like that, where somebody is going on a trip and they could maybe use a few extra dollars to help pay for their flights. So maybe they could even upgrade. Anyway, that's an idea that I had. And I have received that kind of gift. My daughter gave me a WestJet gift certificate, and boy, that came in handy. So I think that's a good idea. A donation to a charity. So if you have a friend who really loves animals, and she volunteers maybe for a shelter or something, or anything, the mustard seed here in Calgary. So if you give a donation on behalf of your friend, then they'll give a dollar amount. They'll say you donated. You don't have to put in a dollar amount. Okay, so it could be $20, it could be $50, whatever. But you made the donation, and you can, if the company that you're donating to, the charity you're donating to, doesn't give a receipt or some way of thanking you, you can always do one up yourself. Type it up and print it off and put Christmas trees all around it in bright colors, and say, I've donated to this organization on your behalf. I used to give that to some of the bosses I worked for, bosses in law firms. I didn't have their kind of money, so I really couldn't get them, and they didn't need anything that I could afford, so I would give them that, and they always said they really appreciated that kind of gift. Let's see, I have two more for you. One is the Aurora digital picture frame. Now, this is a few $100s. I've seen them on sale right now, being the Cyber Monday. It was, I think, around $200. These things are fabulous. My daughter and her husband bought one and gave it to us, and they bought one and gave it to his mother and father, because we don't live in the same city, and they just had a baby. And so they would send us directly to the Aurora, or to me, and I could easily put it on there, and pictures of the baby. So it's such a great idea. They knew we wouldn't be able to get up to where they are, so this is what they did for us, and one of the best gifts I've ever received. Yeah, I like that idea. And my last one. Now, this is not necessarily expensive. You can get these things for under. No. Just a minute. I think, yeah, you could start at under $100. It's called I Fly Indoor Skydiving. Now, I'm sure wherever you are, they have something similar. It's a big tube from air blowing up, and you get to skydive indoors. Now, there's no way I'm going to jump out of a plane. But so I put that on my bucket list, that I wanted to try that someday. And it was last year. I took my son-in-law because he wanted to do it. And so I did it for his birthday. And my daughter couldn't because she was pregnant. So we did that. My husband was the photographer. And actually, it was kind of fun. It wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. But then, that's just me. But yeah, I thought that was pretty fun. They have, you can buy them gift certificates. This particular one, iFly, is in Calgary, Montreal, Oakville, and Whitby, Ontario. So they probably, other places have different kinds of things. But that was that was fun. That was fun. And my son-in-law really enjoyed it. And I think, I got it on a special 2-for-1 or something. Yeah. So, yeah, that's an idea. Okay, now let's see. So that is really it. Yeah, but I just wanted to tell you about something that I saw online today. It's called epicexperiences.ca. Okay, I'll put the link below. It's Canadian, but I'm sure everybody has these things in the cities where you may happen to live. They have experiences, everything from helicopter rides over Niagara Falls or the Rockies, and right down to, which cost a few $100s, and right down to sleigh rides in Banff. And I think that was $43. So if you know somebody who wants to go on a sleigh ride and they're going to Banff, get them a gift certificate for the winter so they can do that when they're there. And that's it. So my last thought on all these is the first thing I can tell you is just about everything on my list you can buy from China, okay? But I would suggest that first attempt buy local, all right? Buy local, buy something that's made right in your city or your town. And then if you can't get it there, try your country, where you live. And or a country that is practices sustainability, and they honor human rights. So that's where I would be purchasing things. And my last resort is where in China, from China, on Amazon or Temu. But, if you have to, you have to. Yeah. So thank you very much for listening to me today. If you want to know when my next video is going to come out, please subscribe below. And then we will send you a link so you'll know when it's coming. And if you have any comments or ideas on other gifts that are inexpensive that we can buy for our friends and our family, or just people who are over 50, because they don't really need anything that we can afford, put it in the links in the comments below. Okay, so thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.